guys, welcome back to another inspirational episode. Really pleased that you can join me, and hopefully I'll be able to share some nuggets of wisdom and inspiration with you. Hope you're having a great day. I know every day is different, and you know, we love to begin our day in a positive way, and you know, it's just awful when you have a bad day, when things go wrong, and you know, the things that you want to achieve don't work out, and you know, everything starts to kind of crumble around you. Well, I hope it's not one of those days, and I hope that today you feel uplifted, or if you don't, then hopefully at the end of my video you're going to feel uplifted, you're going to feel a bit better, you're going to feel a little bit more inspired or a bit motivated in whatever you're doing in your life at this moment in time. And believe it or not, I get a lot out of doing these videos, sharing them with you, helping you get through your day, because in a way it kind of reflects on me, and I get the same positive feeling by sharing my work and what it stands for, and you know, the purpose of empowering others and inspiring others. That fulfills me, believe it or not, but it does. By sharing and giving it out there, I also feel very fulfilled as a person, because I don't know, it's just a lovely feeling of giving, and somehow I know in giving you naturally receive. So to give for me in that respect of myself, of any knowledge or wisdom that I've acquired throughout the years as part of this writing process. For those who don't know me or tuning in for the first time, I'm an inspirational author, a channel automatic writer, and this writing process has, I don't know, opened doorways for me into wisdom and information that I don't believe ordinarily I could have come across or could have put into writing in the way that this process has allowed me to do that. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey, and I don't know, I've only recently started doing these YouTube videos, because everything I've done has been like writing. So, you know, at the end of the day, this is a new kind of sort of doorway or path that I'm entering into, because putting myself in camera was something I have simply avoided. And I can tell you that, you know, it's been over a decade that I've kind of done this, and decided to put myself out there. And I don't know if any of you, if you've seen some of my earlier work, and you know, the evolution of who I am now will be pretty evident. But yeah, I started it, I shied away from it, and yeah, it's been a big step for me to come back to say, you know what, I need to use video, audio as another medium, or an additional medium to just writing, because this is how it is now, isn't it? You know, people love YouTube. I haven't taken advantage of it really, and you know, I've been kind of holding myself back and shying away from it, but at the same time, it is the way things are going. You know, it is the way that the world is now. So you've either got to get on board, or it's going to pass you by. And I thought, you know what, time for me to get on board. So I'm just really glad that you're here, and you're on board with me. Yeah, like, by all means, this is kind of something very new, so I'm kind of going along in the best way that I can. If you have any advice, any comments or suggestions, or anything you feel that you would like me to do or add, definitely leave them in the comments below. And as some of you may know, I've also started a patronage page because of the fact that there's so much I need to do or I wish to achieve as part of this journey. And, you know, having you along is fun. And doing these YouTube videos allow me to kind of share a little bit of wisdom and insight into my work. And for those of you who feel inspired by it and feel that you would like to kind of join me as a patron, then feel free to do so. As a patron, definitely you'll be getting more insight into my writing process, how I do things, and how I basically get from where I write to kind of the process of transcribing what I write and getting it out there. So yeah, thanks for joining me today. And who knows, you might want to be a part of that later. I don't mind. I'm just here to inspire and motivate and empower you. So what I've been doing as part of the series, obviously I'm open to suggestions, but I've been sharing some of the work that I've done in a kind of a sort of a booklet, a photo quote booklet. Those are the ones that I've selected to be part of that, and I'll make that available, you know, in the description below as well. But for now, I'm kind of just going through some of the ones that I feel have deeper meanings that I would like to share with you, and that I hope you'll enjoy. And, you know, I kind of talk about the passage or the inspiration that I've written in the way that I do, and then I'll kind of expand on it, get you to kind of delve deeper, open up areas of thought or thought processes that you may not have thought about or considered. And yeah, I just feel that doing this is a great way for me to transition from, you know, writing to kind of being in front of camera and having something of meaning to share with you, the viewer or the listener, if you're on audio, because I thought I might also turn this into some kind of podcast as well. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, today this passage is called Without Fear. And this passage says, "In looking for the right solution, I know without fear or hesitation, it will be found." And I kind of thought to myself, let me soak this in, you know. In looking for the right solution, I know without fear or hesitation, it will be found. Now, it's interesting that this talks about solutions, you know, because another passage that I did a few episodes ago also brought up this word solutions. So I'm not going to focus on that too much because I kind of covered that in that previous episode. So definitely check that out if you haven't done so already. But I felt this is an important one because it's talking about our fears and, you know, how our fears and worries can make us hesitate or hold us back in terms of what we want to achieve or do. And the whole thing in life is we're constantly searching for solutions, searching for answers, looking for those things that often elude us because we don't know the answer to them. You know, we have so many things that we need to find solutions for, but we don't actually fully know the answer. And I spoke to you previously, or if you're new, I've talked about building on that soulful connection that we have and that is available to us. And I've talked about teaching you how to do that, and I definitely will. I know that I'm not pouring it out on you now. That's because I just want to see the way things go, what you as an audience or you as a listener kind of wants to get out of this. So, you know, if some people are saying, can she just, you know, teach us this now and so on, and or some are saying, nah, I don't really want to do that, just carry on with the inspirational stuff. I'm not quite sure which way things are going to go, but you let me know, and then I'll start veering things towards that. But for now, in looking for answers and solutions to whichever the situation we're in, or the situation that we know we need an answer to, when we approach a problem, we kind of don't fully know how it's going to be answered, and that is just the way life is. We don't fully know how, but we know that somehow, some way, or if you don't know this, please trust in me when I say somehow, some way, a solution or answer will always be found. And that, if I can give you that nugget of wisdom to take away today, that kind of trusting element or aspect to holding within your heart or within your soul, then that's the first step, that you trust, yeah, that an answer or solution will be found. How? Definitely it can come in various ways, but I'll definitely be working on showing you how to find or receive or get those answers on a soulful level, or a heartfelt level, if you're not kind of into the soulful stuff that, you know, I love. You know, you might not be into that. So if you're not, I can always say, you know, on a heartfelt level, at least once you get around to that, maybe, who knows, you might begin to kind of take on board some of the soulful stuff that I can't wait to share with you, and look forward to sharing with you as part of this whole series. But for now, trust in the stuff that, you know, or trust in the kind of the belief that no matter where you are, no matter what you're going through right now, an answer or solution will be found. Now, it will come to you, it will be gifted to you. Don't forget to ask for the solution, okay? And it will be presented to you in some way, shape or form. One of the episodes that I did on a similar kind of subject, I reminded you to be open to receiving that knowledge or receiving that information, you know, so don't close yourself off. You know, if you're asking for solutions, don't say, but you know, solutions never come to me, or you know, they never, you know, that's closing yourself off. You need to be open and have that belief system that no matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, something is going to come through to you in some way, shape or form. And in that episode, I talked about anything as little as seeing a sign. But, you know, we're all different. We all look out for things. You know, some people even look out for numbers and things like that. So whatever would suit you in your kind of world, or, you know, the way in which you view things, look out for it in your way. You know, I can say what I would look out for, but that has no relevance to you. What is important is you trust and believe, yeah, that a solution will be found. But how it's going to be found will come in your own way, into your life or your lifestyle, in the way that suits you, not me, not anyone else, not even your friend, your mom, your brother, your sister, in a way that suits you, just you. Because we know within ourselves what kind of person we are. You know, some people are very deep. Some people, you know, don't like to delve too deep into their inner being, or, you know, that soulful side of themselves. So, you know, we all vary in that respect, but you just kind of take things on board in your own way. That's all I'm asking you to do. Not saying that my way is the best way or my way is the only way. No way. You know, you've got your own way. And so the information I share is supposed to work out for you in your own way. And we're definitely going to work through the steps to get there. But in relation to this particular passage, it says, you must say to yourself, I know without fear or hesitation, it will be found. This passage is kind of opening a doorway, but it's also like an affirmation, isn't it? I know, you can say that to yourself today. I know without fear or hesitation, it will be found. That is the wording that is going to empower you today to tell you that you know without fear or hesitation that a solution will be found. That's the belief aspect that I was kind of honing in to you to focus on today. You know, you say that to yourself. Even if you don't believe it, don't forget, just say it until it rings true. Say it to yourself until those words ring true. Now let's focus on the fear and hesitation. When you are trying to find solutions, work things through in your life, as I said, it could be a family thing, it could be a personal thing, it could be a relationship thing, it could be a work thing, a career thing, a job thing, you know, whatever aspect of your life that you are trying to kind of sort out or figure out in a solution that you're looking for, you know, do it without fear and hesitation. And the reason this comes up is because we can become so fearful of the outcome. And when we have the information given to us, as I said, on a heartfelt or soulful level, you can become hesitant on whether to act on it or not. Do you know what I mean? You can become hesitant in, what do I do now? You know? Or you can fear the worst, and fear can be so debilitating. Trust me, because fear has been an element that has run through my life that I have really had to work on and stamp out. I don't know if any of you are the same, but no doubt you are. You know, fear and worry can be so debilitating, and some of the things that you get fearful of can be minuscule. You know, like, for example, I told you how much effort it's taken me to sit in front of camera and talk to you. That fearful element, you know, I don't know, was something that I thought, oh, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it, no. So I felt myself back. Don't be like me, you know, if you're holding yourself back, you fearful in not just finding a solution, and if you find the solution, what you're going to do about it, and can you do it, and will you do it, and should you do it, and all that kind of bunkum that gets in your head, gets in your mind. You have to push that out and trust that you're not going to be fearful, because, you know, if you're asking for solutions, but in the on one hand, and then you're saying on the other, but I'm fearful of what the solution will be, and you know, whatever the solution is, you know what, I can't even do it anyway because I'm too fearful to. Or, as the passage says, being over, you know, hesitant. You get your answer, you get your solution, but all of a sudden you're too hesitant to act on it. You know, procrastination. Do you know what I mean? You know, procrastinating, you know, holding yourself back. This is a constant theme, and I've realized the reason why it comes up a lot in my work is because I feel these are the things we need to work on. you know. And I said to you that when I start sharing some of my work, some themes are going to be reoccurring, and I don't kind of want to get repetitive, but the reason I feel they reoccur through my writings is because these are things that we need to work on, either as individuals or as groups or as people or as part of humanity even. These are aspects of our nature that we need to work on. We need to embrace the kind of negative aspect that it brings to us. And once we can embrace it, we can do something about it. You know, when I say embrace it, I don't mean like, you know, embrace fear so that, yeah, you become so fearful you don't do anything. You know, I'm not saying it in that way. I'm saying embrace it and see it for what it is, which is, you know, false evidence appearing real. That's an acronym that someone, I don't know, I read it somewhere, that fear, false evidence appearing real, and definitely that rings true in all aspects of fear. It's false, there's no truth to it, you can believe it if you want to, whatever your fear is, you can buy into it. You know, I've bought into it and it's held me back for, you know, years. You know, but what I'm trying to do now is say, don't buy into those fears. And once you know what it is, we talked about action, but another thing is, don't be so hesitant to act on it, or hesitant to share it, or hesitant to do something about it. This is why I love this passage, because it's not only in the affirmation is it saying, I know without fear or hesitation it will be found. It's also saying, you know, if you're fearful and hesitant, you are making the potential solution or answer to be nullified in some way, shape or form. And, you know, like, gosh, why would we do that? You know, why would we do that to ourselves? You know, you're sabotaging. I know, because I've done the same, and I don't want you to do that to yourself or your life. And it's taken me this amount of time to know or understand the things or elements within my journey that I've sabotaged. And I can admit them because I feel I've evolved and grown as a person as part of this process. So I hope that, you know, as part of this video series, that not only do you continue to share, listen and take on board what I'm sharing, but you also grow and evolve as well. And, you know, if you're younger generation, it doesn't matter actually, if you're older generation like me, you can also continue to grow and evolve. As I said many times before, and as part of the series, we're always evolving, and that is a key aspect to our nature, that, you know, if you feel you have no reason to evolve, you're done, you know, because you've basically stopped growing. And we're growing, not in age, not always in age, but we're growing as, you know, spiritual beings, soulful beings. We're growing as, you know, heartfelt people. And we want to grow because, you know, otherwise, you know, who's going to put up with us if we don't grow and we don't evolve? You know, we become very difficult to be around or work with. So you want to cut all that out of your life. But definitely, you know, this whole thing of kind of fear and hesitation, definitely, you know, kick it out. You know, don't buy into it. Tell yourself the good things. That's why the aspect of the affirmation was a good one for you, because it helps you affirm that belief, helps you strengthen yourself to trusting that a solution will be found in some way, shape or form. And, you know, what more can you ask for if you tell yourself this? As I said, you may not initially believe it. You may think, hang on, why am I saying that? I don't actually believe it. But just say it. Just say it. Prove yourself wrong. Say it in a way that you kind of say, well, I don't really kind of believe it in my heart and soul, but you know what, I'm just going to say it because I know that it is a good thing for me to start saying. And the more you say it, the more you start to kind of take on board that positive belief system, which, you know, if you don't have, then what you want to achieve, what you want to manifest, what you want to kind of invite into your life, you know, and this is one of the things that I write a lot in some of my books is, you know, the law of invitation, the law of inviting the things you want into your life. And you do that by the person you are, the person you believe you are or believe you can be, and the person that you feel you deserve to be. You know, one of the things I feel is that we bring ourselves down. You know, I don't mind sharing stuff that I've done in a negative light, because I feel that I can share it because I've learned from it. But you know, if you're moving your life in a negative direction, and you can't step out of it and be aware of it, that's crucial. You know, your awareness of these negative things, the things you might not quite believe in yet. You know, you have to try something else, because if you continue doing what you're doing, there's never going to be any change, there's never going to be any progression. And if we're not changing, we're not progressing, and we're not kind of embracing change, I love that word, embracing, if we're not embracing change, then we're stuck. You know, we're dooming ourselves to more doom and gloom for the future and, you know, the weeks, months and years ahead. You want to change all that. You know, you want to not see doom and gloom. You want to see good things happening to you. Why? Because you deserve it. You know, why do you think you're on this earth? To experience doom and gloom, to experience all the negative stuff, you know, to kind of get yourself into that cycle of negativity where you think, well, negative and awful things keep happening to me, so, you know, I accept it now. You know, things don't work out for me, things don't go my way, things don't, you know, all this stuff you really need to kick out of your consciousness, kick out of your thought system, kick out of your belief process, because have a guess what? They're the things that are holding you back with fear and hesitation. You know, you're not, they're the things that are not benefiting you. They're not supporting you. And you need that support. You need to support yourself. You need to change your thought patterns, the way you process information, the way you know, even if you say to yourself, I'm going to keep a log of how many negative things I say throughout my day to myself. You know, this is not even people coming up to you and saying something negative or you know, speaking to you in a derogatory way or talking to you in a way that you think, you know, that's really brought me down. This is even stuff you're saying to yourself. I can't, I won't, it doesn't happen for me, it doesn't, you know, I bet I'm not going to be able to get that job, or I bet I'm not going to be able to, you know, come up with new ideas for my career, or, you know, I bet he's not going to love me anymore, or I bet, you know, she's not going to want me anymore, or, you know, all this stuff. Try and say to yourself, what am I doing? You know, and, you know, you can do a little exercise, by the way, and start jotting it down. See how many negative thoughts you're feeding yourself. And I can assure you, you know, whether we like it or not, even myself, you know, they begin to add up throughout the course of the day. So that's why it's important to keep resetting yourself back to positivity. Affirmations are a really great way of doing it. You know, various people, some people like to meditate, and that's why I kind of like to do meditation stuff as well, because some people need, you know, that meditative information, you know, in the peace and quiet when their mind is still, to take that on board. As I said, we're all different. So, you know, what I do, I try and see if I can create audio, like audio books and stuff as well, to inspire, to positively change that mindset. I've kind of doubled on my words there, but you know what I mean. To positively kind of shift that thought process away from all the bunkum that you're telling yourself. You know, this is not anyone else, this is you. So, you know, kick it out. Don't be fearful, don't be hesitant, trust in yourself, the solutions will be found. Keep that kind of mindset, yeah, that mindset that you need to have, keep that flowing, and by all means, you're going to see changes, you're going to get answers, you're going to get solutions. They're going to come from unexpected places. Why? Because you have willed them to, you've intended them, you've asked for them, and you've given the universe a sign that you're open to it and you're ready to receive. And you're going to act without fear, without hesitancy, and without any worry of the outcome. You're going to act from a heartfelt and soulful place because you're beginning to believe, yeah, that there's an alternative out there for you. There's something out there that can change your situation and circumstance. And you can make sure that whatever it is, it will manifest in the end if you believe, trust, and support it in your own way. Okay, so let's wrap up for today. Definitely, if you feel anyone needs to hear this or you need to share it with anyone, please feel free to do so. You know, that's what this is all about, sharing this knowledge and information to inspire, to self-help, to motivate you and others, those around you. Some of them may not know me, so, you know, spread the word. And, you know, share, like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. You know, stick a thumbs up. It's so helpful. Gets me noticed and gets my kind of growth on doing this, what I feel definitely inspired to do. Another thing is, if you feel that you like what I do, definitely think about becoming a patron. I'd love to have you on board. You know, as I said, I've recently started it, so goodness knows where it's going to go. But yeah, whatever you want to do, I'm here, and I look forward to, you know, having you on board if you want to be a part of it. If you need to be inspired on a daily, I've got Twitter, I've got Facebook, I've got Instagram, where I share more inspiring stuff. So that's stuff that I'm sort of giving out regularly. Obviously with the videos, the YouTube videos, I'll be growing that steadily. And hoping to kind of inspire more people and have them a part of this journey. And yeah, who knows, you know, as I said, I can look towards doing more engagement and, you know, delving deeper into my soulful work, which I'm kind of going to leave, as I said, for a little bit later. But, you know, hey, what? Something you can look forward to, isn't it? Something that will encourage you to keep watching the series so that, you know, you can get to those deeper aspects of my work as time goes on. But yeah, if you become a patron, then, you know, you're going to get fast-tracked into all of that anyway. So there we go. It's a joy. It's a pleasure. So grateful that you were here with me today. Don't forget what I've said and make things happen in your own way. All right. I'll love and leave you. Have a beautiful day. Have fun. Keep a smile on your face. And I look forward to meeting up, or look forward to you listening to me shortly in my next episode. Okay.